Hi, thanks for joining me, everyone. This is the installation that's closest to Earth. As you can see, these two cauldron-like eyes and a nose, if you want, on the bottom here. As we're panning left, I want you to notice the terrain. I'll have some nice color footage up too, but leaving it gray right now. Look at the top here. Isn't that beautiful? See how close we are. Now look at these domes. You know what NASA says, or anyone says, some scientists say that the lights are because of the sun's reflecting on it. It's not true, and you can clearly see that domes beside some of the lit domes are not being reflected by the sunlight. Now, this is pretty massive. You can see lots going on here. You'd have to pause it and go back. There's a lot going on. It's hard for everything to register. It's impossible. Notice the light trails. One, two, three, four. Notice how they follow each other, and look at the strands of light. It's not strands. You have to get in close to see it. Now, guys, I have something pretty amazing coming up. You just saw a road there, didn't you? The pathway up there. Let's see it in detail now. It's now inside of the lens. And look at it as it leaves the lens to the right. Look at the size of that. You have to back that up, pause it, do whatever you have to do to see it. Lit dome on the bottom here. Extremely lit. It's oscillating, it's moving. This is live and you can see it moving beside Plato crater. One of the sources they say that it's always burning beside Plato crater is this one here. You see over top, very bright white light. NASA's interested by these structures on the left of Plato crater that you can see here. We'll see Plato crater in color footage also later. Magnificent color. Sinus Iridum, as we're approaching Sinus Iridum, where I got the city, you can see the point here, and that's where the structures are, where it's actually whiter than normal. You can see it's actually lit up. It's also oscillating. Structures at the back north side of the moon, behind Mare Frigoris, you can see the tunnel at the right part of the white object here. Now, scoot your eyes completely over to the right crater. Look at the triangular shape at the bottom of the big crater, just like the crafts. Look at it, the big black triangle. Why is there a line there? There's nothing causing a shadow. I don't understand it. Symmetrical square shapes at the bottom here. Aristarchus crater, as we're panning up to it, a couple of nice pans. So I look how it's oscillating or emanating. Look, almost looks like it's emanating smoke. It's absolutely incredible. The layers in here, elevated levels, lights, paths, and look up to the back once you finish glancing at this perfectly symmetrical square in the ground here. The path goes all the way back and another path here. See the white line there? That's a path. Here, hard to get, north side of the moon, but it's the best area to get real footage that reminds me of NASA footage, actually, because listen, we don't go to the north and it's hard to reach with a telescope no matter what the size. The moon moves a lot at that back end. It's where you see the end of the moon. It's, I find, is moving the most when it does its rotation, and it's hard to capture it and stay in focus. Here I purposely remain upwards to see some light on the structures. It's ways of getting a view at the back. Here, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful view at the back here. And now we're going to start with some color footage. And notice the blues and greens and whatnot areas that have these deeper regions that you can see greens, a lot of green, definitely a lot of green on the surface of the moon here. Here we can see, again, some magnificent green. I'll get some nice photos up at the end too of the best shots in this video here, because there's at least 5 or 6 nice shots that I really want you to see of the surface that are very colorful. Again, greens, purples here that you can see, even some blues radiating. Oh yeah, lots coming up, guys. This craters here I'm going to show you in close detail. A structure, tunnel structure inside. It sort of looks like a trumpet at the end, and it's just incredible. I really want to show you guys this. And so here at the bottom side of the moon, of course, again, panning upwards, that left and right, two areas that look like they have pyramids. Here I was adjusting and focusing when it started to shake, and boom, one UFO, two, well, the same, but third shot, fourth shot of the same UFO. Now remember this one that everyone said was blurry was my first video I ever posted of proof on the moon. Look at the towering structure there by that crater down there. And wait till we go downwards and see all the beautiful greens in the hillsides and structures, just like on Earth. Isn't that magnificent? Now let's look at it with a lens. Reds coming out of that structure at the back. I call it the Flintstones house. Absolutely amazing. Another one here. There's Barney Rubble's house, I guess. As we're coming down, it's a bridge we're looking at right now under there. There you go. Boom. With that structure. There you go, guys. Do you see that? It's there. It's definitely there. There again, that dark structure that comes down like a bridge-like path from the structures at the back of the moon there. It's just absolutely amazing. This was my first video, but you know what? There was no color in it. It's the same photo. I just added some color. Now look at the purples, greens, areas, cutout areas. Here again, some blues. You could see some greens, some purples, just even reds, lights emanating all over the entire surface of the moon, many different colors. It looks like there's an atmosphere. It looks like you can see clouds at certain points. And every single light that you see on the surface of the moon, my friends, are structures. And this beautiful area right here, look at I believe near the Apennine Mountains. We're coming up here. There you go. Montes Apenninus with the triangular structure I found in that crater to the right there, just below. Beautiful color here. Again, bottom side of the moon. Notice the detail. There's lots to see. Just notice the detail as we're going up here. And this is an area where I got a nice clear shot of these fabulous craters, guys. And we're going to zoom up on one in particular. Keep watching as we're panning up here. In color again, so we're seeing greens once again. Look at the surface. Look at the detail in the surface. This has all been worked. The whole surface of the moon has been completely transformed. And there's no way of telling just by looking like this how long ago this was done. I mean, for all we know, the moon could be red. And it's just a mystery. So we're coming up to that crater I'm talking to you about. There it is. It's a bit darker than the other ones. It's almost in the center right now. And there. Let's zoom into that crater. Look how the structure or object or anomaly, whatever it may be, looks tunneling in towards the center to a bigger structure in the middle. It tunnels inwards into the ground at one certain point where you see that dark either structure or object there. Look on the bottom left now, and you can see that other double structure. Oh, we just missed it. I'm sorry. Apennine Mountains, or Apennine, depending on how you want to pronounce it. Look at that. Now, there are many structures in here. Many structures, geometrical shapes. You have to get in a lot closer, and I will be in the coming weeks. Again, this is in color. And we're just seeing, look at this sort of greenish blue. The colors are intense, and you could see so much going on the surface. A lot of oscillation, isn't there? I mean, when you get to those lights or domes that you see on the surface, There's a lot of movement to it. Here's a fabulous view of Plato crater with its structures or anomalies on the left of it, in color, of course, just to give you an idea of how green the surface is. Here too, I got a couple of shots here, quick snapshots while we're looking at this and panning through it so we can view them at the end. Like here, boom, there's a nice snapshot. Just fabulous colors. Just some amazing shots coming up here. Guys, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. And I'm doing these videos even during the week, even though I'm working, and the weekend I love doing them. But guys, I really do enjoy doing these videos. And I want to get the message out. I want people to see the surface of the moon. Guys, it's colorful. The moon is not gray. I'm not even afraid to pass off as crazy. The moon is nowhere gray anywhere on it. Okay? What we're seeing is gray is atmosphere disturbance, yes. Clouds, possibly, no proof, but look, the surface is green, my friends. We have greenery on the surface. We have browns, blues, purples, more colors than we're seeing here on Earth.